Yo, what's up, Beavers and Kicks? Thanks for watching. I have the Jordan Off-Whites from Perfect Kicks. And since I don't have the retail pair, let's have fun with the internet. Check out Fake Education. Let's go down the slides and compare side by side to see if we could catch anything just based off a computer. So overall, feel, weight, quality, feels legit to me. Looks good. All the leather's good. I think this pair is going to be very interesting in the resale market because of how companies like Perfect Kicks can make these. And I'm not just talking about replicas, I'm just talking about the type of shoe it is itself. For example, obviously the history and the type of shoe the Off-White is supposed to be is kind of like that unfinished, sloppy or whatever you guys want to call it, design on it. Because of that reason, I think it's just easier for these companies to pick that up because, they don't have to go into the details much. So this review is a little bit backwards. You have to kind of look at everything that's too perfect, I guess you could say, because a retail version of these, and I have seen a retail, at sneaker shops, and I have a good idea what they are. So if I'm wrong, please excuse me. Once again, this is social media. I have my freedom of speech. You guys could correct me on my comments. But anyways, let's go take a look on this. So I'm just gonna go through slide by slide, which is real. Okay, not much to talk about there, not much to talk about there. All right, so the 85s, as you can see, the real ones up top, a little shorter, as you can see, instead of the longer pairs on, the longer font. So if we look at them side by side, as you see, matches up perfectly to the real one. The other thing I've noticed too, the inside leather of this should also be a lighter red than this as well, which it clearly is. So that's good. So let's move on. The Jordan branding as well. The top one is real, as you can see, nice and clean. The J is supposed to look like an eye, like it should. Most important thing is the TM logo, as you can see on their fake version. That one's on their fake. If we look at Perfect Kicks, first obvious thing, the TM logo is missing. But also, if you want to look at the quality of how they printed the Air Jordan logo, it's it's legit. It's the right type of shininess and all that good stuff as well. So moving on. We already just saw that. I mean, the backs, there really isn't much to go over there. The backs is what it is. If you look at the small print and the details in the back over here, I describe it as kind of like a brick layer pattern, but it's supposed to be little squares, so that's correct. Anyways, going back to the side logo, the branding or the address or whatever the hell they call that. So this, you're just gonna have to take my word for it because I can't really show you both. The font, logo, everything, sizing, the darkness, placement, everything looks good. So moving on. Your clear photo. So he actually described on the actual legit pairs, it's supposed, once again, we have to look for things that are perfect. It's backwards now. So yeah, if you look it up real close and under the microscope, you will notice that these are a little too perfect, but there are some blemishes on there. So I give this, A for effort. That's, good enough. I'm looking at the side stitching. Let's see, the real one's on the right. So if we look at it, I mean, the right side's heavy in the black stitching, just like that real one as well. If you look closer into the stitching, nice and clean stitching, as you can see. So that passes real nicely as well. The little square box, the orange zigzag thingies. So what are we looking at here? The actual orange stitching design on this pair is opposite of real pair. I don't know what that means, but let's take a look. Zoom in. The stitching, there's 5 little stitches there. Looks pretty clean. So the orange part, that checks out. I would say this blue part right here, it might be a little too thick, but who knows, unless you have one side by side with the retail, you're not going to tell either. Oh, here's that bricklayer pattern that I was talking about for the back of the shoe. So moving on. Laces, it did come with all the laces itself. So including the one that's on the shoe with the black, you know, you're gonna get 4 different laces. You're also gonna get the zip ties as well. I didn't take out my soles, but looking at it, you know, you're gonna wear them, so it looks good enough to me. Looks like the placement is correct on that also. So all good. It's inside of the soles. I mean, really, I actually don't have the box. I threw mine away already because I could care less about the box. As I always say, you wear the shoe, not the box. So, especially in the replica world, I could care less about the box. But anyways, moving on. So, as you can see, just going through that itself, very good quality. Like I said, it's a good replica just because of the imperfections that the retails should have. So there you have it. One advice that I would give, the one key tell, and this is unconfirmed because obviously it's a very rare shoe. You're not going to see too many of it. So if you look at the toe box, you see the little stitching on the side of there. It's on both sides. So on a far away video like that, you could see the stitching of the zigzags right here pretty well, in my opinion. Now this wasn't compared on Fake Education, but I googled some. The nearest photos that I found, it is supposed to have it, but I don't know if it's just a photo, lighting, whatnot. The zigzag stitching, you really can't see it that well. So this is something that's unconfirmed. If someone has a retail pair of these, please help everyone out. Let us know what your thoughts is on that little stitching pattern on the side of the toe box. Going back to the zip ties, you could tell as a red flag if you see the little broken tabs at the end. See those 4 tabs at the end, or 2 on each side? Yeah, that's how you can tell if it's a replica, because the retail ones are nice and smooth, just like the top should be. So that's my 2 cents. Overall, I would confidently rock these shoes out in public. They're fantastic. Kim, PK, you guys did a great job on these once again. If you have any questions, shoot me a line at my Instagram. I don't really return comments on YouTube anymore for the fear of my time wasted, because YouTube might shut down my channel again for like the 8th or 9th or 10th time or whatever it is. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. I have a couple more shoes to show you. I also have the Vapor Max as well too. So that'll be in the next video. Talk to you guys soon.